Yeah, he was. So the first question was, I think I asked because I guess he interviewed Aljamain Sterling and was saying that he's going to be out for 9 months, and because
Wow.
they're looking at his neck, because I guess even before the Yan fight, he was having neck problems,
Getting
and
kneed in the head probably doesn't help with that.
probably didn't help either. But yeah, and they were talking about he said so they talking about doing an interim title, and I asked him, I said, well, if they do an interim title, who do obviously it's going to be Peter Yan versus who,
Right.
and I kind of had an idea what the answer would be. Pretty simple one is TJ and Corey, the winner of that fight.
Yeah.
And then the second question I asked was, who does he see next for O'Malley? And he said Rafael Assunção.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then I've been watching the Masters and keeping up with that.
I haven't really been able to watch any of it yet. I know Morikawa tees off at 12:30 my time, I think. So I'll probably watch some of that. I thought Dustin and Bryson were in the same pairing, but I guess not. It's just a head-to-head bet of two guys.
It's like I can't remember what group Dustin's in. I've been watching him this morning.
I think he's with John Rahm, or John Rahm might be one after him.
Because he's not with John Rahm. I can't remember because I've been watching Dustin, Victor, Hovell.
It's Hovland. What do you call him?
Yeah,
Hovell?
whatever.
Hovel's like a shitty little house. That's what I used to live in.
Listen here, Nina. Okay, I don't want to
my
hear
last lease. Listen, man, that's called professional stalling.
Whatever. Lee Westwood. I think Lee Westwood's in his group.
Yeah, I can't tell anymore because they've all teed off now. No, it looks like Dustin, Rory, Xander, John Rahm are all through 4. They're in like consecutive groups. They're not all in the same group, but they're in consecutive groups.
Damn it, man. I was just watching them because they have the people at the bottom of the screen because there's only 6 people that I was watching, and Dustin was one of them. And Victor was one of them, then Lee Westwood, because Lee Westwood is struggling.
Glad I didn't pick him in our Masters fantasy draft.
He has literally been in the woods on just about every fucking hole.
Yo, this card on Saturday starts at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't know if you saw that. I put it in the video. I was like, don't forget this card starts at 12, everybody.
Man, yeah, I didn't realize that. Well, yeah, 12 Eastern, 11 Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Central Time. I think I said this last time we were on here. The things start earlier, but then when it's like on Sundays, if I'm hungover and trying to watch the NFL, or on Saturday and I'm trying to watch college football and the game starts at 1 o'clock or noon, it's starting at 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, let's get into it. Welcome into Right Hand, Left Hand. I'm John, here with Josh yet again. Third episode of the week this week. We have covered the National Championship game. We covered the Masters on Tuesday, and now we're going to get into the UFC card, going to be on ABC as well, so national broadcast.
Is that what it's on? I didn't even know it was going to be on ABC.
Yeah, I think it's the second time they've broadcasted on ABC. They'll do like some of the fight nights like this on there, I guess, just trying to expand their reach every now and then.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's get into it. I got my Masters green on today, so
attaboy.
I've been watching it, keeping up with it this morning. Winning a little bit of money so far on DraftKings, so it's early, but you know what? I'm not mad at it.
Nice. Yeah. No, never.
It's nice to see the money like slowly creep up. Everybody puts those guys on the first tee time so they can see that they're winning like $1 million. For the first players that actually go off.
Yeah.
I did not do that.
I
thought about doing it one time, but then it just a waste of money.
The only action I've got today is Colin Morikawa minus a half a stroke over somebody. I don't even remember. Let's see. I've got it right here. Cameron Smith. So, yeah, I'll probably watch some of them if I can find them later on.
Yeah,
watch that.
Smith is out right now. I think he's even.
I thought they were paired together.
Pretty sure he's out right now, or maybe I'm thinking of Cameron Champ. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I was thinking they teed off together, but I don't know. Anyways, I also thought Dustin and Bryson were teeing off together, so shows you how much I know about the schedule there. At any rate, man, we got a deep card on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done too much research on it, but I mean, I've looked at some of the main card fights for sure. Just with it being Masters Week, this has kind of been me being the old golfer. It's kind of taken over my world.
Yeah, I don't play as much golf as you. I'm definitely not as good. Well, I guess I actually probably have played golf more recently than you, but I have played far less golf in my lifetime. You played in college. I did not even pick up a golf club for the first time since my childhood until after college when I met you in Nashville. That was the first time I played golf as an adult. And, I play every now and then, but I'm not very good, as you well know. There's like a par 3 course by my house that I'll play every now and then and go out there and chunk a couple into the woods or into somebody's yard, that kind of stuff.
It's all good. It's all about having fun.
That's right. As long as you got enough beer or liquor or seltzers or whatever you want to drink, you're going to have a good time on the golf course.
Exactly. I don't go out there to compete anymore. I'm too old and too fat.
That's right. I'm getting old. You're going to have to speak for yourself on the fat part, but
yeah. Whew.
I will say there are a couple of fights on the prelims that I'm interested in on Saturday. Mainly the William Knight and Da Un fight.
Yeah, I think me and you kind of differ on that fight, actually. I think you have Dong. I don't even know how to say it. Dong. Let's go with Dong. And I like William in that one, to be honest. Yeah. I'm pulling up the card right now.
Yeah, they're the second fight on the prelims, early prelims. Yeah, there's a ton of fights. I think there's like 2 or 3 early prelims and 4 or 5 late prelims and 6 main card fights. So it's going to be a long day. Yeah, the card starts at 11 and probably won't wrap up until 4:30, something like that. So
yeah, and the good thing with this card is, I mean, a lot of these fights didn't fall off for COVID either.
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of why they've been putting more fights on the cards in case something happens with that. But case rates are going down, people are getting vaccinated, so hopefully before too long we won't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I think we only lost 1 fight on this card due to COVID, if I'm not mistaken. I got an update on it this morning. It was only because I had I think it was Klaus. I had him in my DraftKings lineup, and some COVID stuff happened there.
Yeah, I like Da Un in that one. I think William Knight is an underdog. He's about plus 120. Da Un is about minus 140. I think it actually opened more like minus 130 and plus 110. And, I just don't have that much faith in William Knight because he was getting – I don't remember who his last fight was against. He ended up winning, but he was getting beat, and then this fool made the mistake of taking him down and getting on the bottom of him, and he's just so big and strong. He just held the guy down and ground and pounded him into, a pulp.
Yeah. William Knight is a tank.
He is.
He is a damn tank.
But he's not a great boxer, and that's Da Un game, and I think he'll be able to take it to him on the feet. And as long as he avoids, trying to take him down, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm going through William Knight's win, and most of them are KOs or TKOs, and about half of them are ground and pound TKOs.
Yeah, exactly.
But his last win was a decision, so he can't go the distance. That was on the Izzy and Costa card against Alexia Kamur. Never heard of him. I don't know him.
Nope.
Never heard of him. And I could be literally brutalizing that name.
You want to make that our first head-to-head pick? You're going William Knight?
Yeah, I'll take William Knight. I like that. Yeah. And
I have a
another
feeling we're gonna have pretty similar picks on the main card, so we gotta spice it up a little bit.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Another one that I really liked on the prelims that I'm excited for, just because I like Scott Holtzman. Hot sauce.
Hot
Is his
sauce.
nickname. So
Oh, I love a good nickname. He's about
so,
plus 200 dog.
yeah, and he probably should be in this fight. But I'll probably put a little bit on him just because I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with that I think he's going to win, and I'm not saying go bet the house on him.
See, I do the opposite. Like, if I'm a fan of somebody, I'm more prone to stay away from the fight. You like to bet on the guys that you like. I like to stay away from those because I'll be able to enjoy it no matter what.
Yeah. I still enjoy the fights because then if I win, it's even better.
That's true. So, yeah, some people like to make it, make the victories sweeter and the defeats hurt more. Some people like to go the opposite way, bet against the guy that they like. So that way, they're satisfied either way.
Exactly. I mean, and hell, the main event for the prelims, dude, Jim Miller and Joe Selecki, that's not a bad fight, man. That's two. I think they're both from Jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I just remember Jim Miller last summer fought against some rising knockout artist.
Didn't him and Clay Guida just fight?
I don't know. They might have fought after this, but the fight that I'm thinking of was last summer, and he fought some really young guy who was like a -3 something favorite, and Jim Miller ended up knocking him out or TKOing him.
He submitted him
in the first round or something. Yeah, okay.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Who the hell was that?
I don't know, but I was watching it on my phone when I was driving. Yeah, pull up his Sherdog or something and see if you can figure out who it was.
That's what I'm doing real quick.
Because I was driving and I got so mad. I was like, there's no way. I had it in a parlay and he ruined my parlay.
Let's see here.
I want to see this Hunter Azure and Jack Shore fight too.
Roosevelt Roberts. That's who it was.
That's who it was.
He won by armbar.
Yeah. Yeah. And Roosevelt Roberts was supposed to walk in there and, piece him up.
And he fought Scott Holtzman too. He lost to him. So if that tells you anything. He did fight Clay Guida before that too.
I mean, how old is he at this point?
He's probably 40. He's got to be, I think. He's got to be 37.
Yeah, it's like if he doesn't, if he doesn't get an early finish, he's not going to win.
I don't know, man. He's tough, man. I've been watching him forever. A lot of his losses have come by. I mean, he's lost the best. Jesus Christ. Dustin Poirier, Anthony Pettis, Dan Hooker, Charles Oliveira. Jesus.
I mean, he's been around a long time.
I mean, it's not like he's losing to bums here. I mean, lost to Michael Chiesa. And this is all within the last 6 years.
So, oh, wow. Wait, so how old is he? Did you ever confirm that?
38.
38.
Yeah.
He's getting up there.
That would have been a fun fight. They had him and Bobby Green scheduled to fight. Man, that would have been a good one. That was back in February. But yeah, he's fighting Joe Selecki, and both those guys I'm pretty sure he's from New Jersey too.
A couple of Jersey guys cutting it up.
I think so. It says he's fighting out of Wilmington, North Carolina, so I could be wrong.
Well, that doesn't mean that's where he's from, though.
Yeah, it doesn't say. That's the crazy thing.
I'm sure you could find it somewhere, but
yeah, it's not on here. But anyways, yeah, that should be a good one. Should be a good card in general. I'm excited, and especially early in the morning.
Yeah, I like when they're doing the day.
Yeah, get a little Masters in, get a little fights in.
Yeah, gonna have to set up 2 TVs, have the Masters on mute, have the fights on, because you don't really lose a lot watching golf on mute, but you really have to have the volume on the fights to enjoy them fully.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in the Apex.
Expertise that you get from the announcers is always so good. The UFC has great commentary.
Yeah, they do. All of them. Most of them are fighters and in their own will, and they have that experience. So you definitely get a more insight than you ever would.
Do you know who's calling this card on Saturday?
I don't. I'm assuming probably So it's a fight card. Probably Dominic Cruz probably be on this card.
Probably like Fitzgerald on.
Yeah.
Is it play-by-play? Do they call that the main guy play-by-play in UFC?
I guess so. And then everybody else is color commentary. So
punch by punch. They should call it punch by punch.
I'm sure you might see Michael Chiesa might be on the call. Hell, who knows? Or he'll be up in the booth for the post-fight and pre-fight show. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Wait, did the Kyle Dawkins fight get pulled?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that got pulled.
You called him Klaus.
Yeah, I could. Well, there's a Klaus. I couldn't remember what. I just remember a K. That's all I remember.
Okay, well, that was one of the picks that I had a tougher time with, so it'll be good to take that one off.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and start with the main card?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Mike Perry and Daniel Rodriguez.
Yep. Should be interesting, man. Mike Perry coming off a psychotic episode every time you hear something from him. I mean, shit, the last time, what did he do? Cut himself and kicking something, I don't know if you saw that. He was in the hospital for that.
I don't know. I remember him like screaming racial slurs at somebody in a bar and getting into a fight, which is never a good look for a professional fighter.
He punched that old dude. I remember that.
Yeah, that's not very cool. But yeah, I'm going to go Daniel Rodriguez in this one. I just think that Mike Perry's kind of off his rocker right now. He's always got a puncher's chance, but Daniel Rodriguez, I think, has looked pretty good lately. I do think he lost his last fight, but he's just a better all-around fighter.
See, I don't agree with that. I think Mike Perry gets it. I think everybody thinks that he just knocks people out, and that's not the case. Like, he has a strong grappling game. He just doesn't use it because he does knock people out. So I'm actually going to go with Mike Perry in this one, and I think he gets it done by decision.
Okay. I don't know, man. I feel good about Daniel Rodriguez right now. I really like what I've seen out of him over the last year or so. And I guess we're off to a strong start going head-to-head here. So you're going to go Perry, and I'm going to go Rodriguez.
Yep.
Yeah, I was really confused when I started looking at this because I said earlier there's 6 fights on the main card, and then I was looking here and counting them. I was like, wait, that's only 5. That's how I used those brilliant math skills to figure out that the Kyle Dawkins fight had been canceled.
Yeah, I just got the notification this morning about it, so I was like, damn, I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I didn't even see one, so you're ahead of me on the news breaking there.
Well, it's only because I had him in my DraftKings lineup, and so I had to change it real quick. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing about betting money line or betting the winners is they just automatically return the bet
exactly.
if it gets canceled. So second off on the main card, we have Nina Ansaroff and Mackenzie Dern. Nina. Don't know how to pronounce it.
It's Nina. It's Amanda Nunes' wife. Better learn.
No, I'm just kidding.
On her name.
Well, I'm just kidding because on my picks yesterday, I couldn't remember her first name, and so I just said I couldn't pronounce it. And then you texted me later, and you're like, "You jackass!
You
it's
moron!"
Yeah. I did this one actually in my picks as well, and this is the only underdog that I picked straight up is Mackenzie Dern. She was at plus 115 when I took her yesterday. She's moved down a little bit to plus 125. I think some of that is just the Amanda Nunes
factor.
Diffusion effect. Yeah, like people. It's kind of like with what's his name we talked about, Nurmagomedov, Khabib's cousin that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where just because you recognize it from this context, people are willing to put money on it.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said before, I mean, and I've said this in my pick too, is Nina's coming off having the baby. You don't know where that puts you. It's tough to come back for your first fight and it be Mackenzie Dern. I mean, that's not going to be an easy fight at all. She is going to be highly motivated. She's going to want to put on a show, and she's going to be. I guarantee it. The first 5 minutes of that fight is going to be high paced.
Should be interesting. Yeah, I just, I think Mackenzie Dern's a pretty good All around fighter. She's got good pace, and I guess that's one of the knocks on Ansaroff is she has a tendency to kind of wait and let the opponent come to her, and I think that plays right into what Mackenzie Dern wants, and she'll get it done with the points.
Yeah, definitely a counter striker is Nina for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I know you're going Dern, and I'm gonna go Nina.
Okay. Man, this is going to be a high stakes card for the liquor contest.
Yes, it is. I just feeling good about it. And now I know you like nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
This next one has some good nicknames. Smiling Sam Alvey, and the Missile Crisis, Marquez.
The Cuban Missile Crisis, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's a little bit of a mouthful. I like them when they're like I like Smiling Sam. That's a good one. But the Cuban Missile Crisis is a little bit much. So Cuban Missile Crisis is about a -190 favorite right now. I think that's jumped up a little bit from where it was yesterday when I looked, with Sam Alvey at +160. I am going to go ahead and take Marquez. This was probably the most difficult fight that I picked, even including that Kyle Dawkins one that I waffled over a little bit as well. So I am going to go with Julian Marquez, but last time I picked against Sam Alvey, he really made me nervous. And, he's just got that veteran savvy, those powerful counter strikes. But I do think Marquez is the quicker guy, and he'll be able to move around and either knock him out, get a TKO, or he's got a chin, so maybe it'll go to decision. But I do like Marquez.
I like Marquez a lot in this, and he's got a great coach and James Krause, who I love. I think he could be up for Coach of the Year this year. I really believe that. He's got a lot of his guys up there, and just what he's saying to them in between rounds, he's really motivating those guys. But I'm going with the old man. I love Smiling Sam Alvey. I've been watching him since I kind of started it, so I'm going with Smiling Sam.
I figured you would. I know you like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
like
he gets
I said,
it done.
He
He's durable.
Really made me nervous. Yeah,
so
he really made me nervous. But I almost picked him here, but I just couldn't make myself do it. I feel like he's been struggling over the last couple of years, and despite what he showed last time out,
Yeah, for me it was Marquez. He did show a lot of heart in his last fight, but he was getting his ass beat. He was getting his ass beat though for the first 2 rounds, and then he came back and won that 3rd round. And he was sitting back waiting for the other guy, and then he finally, he started coming forward in that 3rd round, and he got the finish and won the fight. And he did what he had to do, and then he asked out Miley Cyrus. Kudos to him.
He was the one who did that. What a character! Didn't she actually respond to him too?
Yeah, and his dumbass then said shave something in or get a tattoo or some shit. Remember? She said
he said he was gonna shave her name into his chest or something like that. Something weird.
Yeah, and then he responded with something stupid too or something.
Yeah, I think he said he would do it. It was Maki Patolo.
Marquez.
Yeah, at the Kamaru Usman Gilbert Burns pay-per-view.
Another durable guy, and I think, and with Patolo, I think he's fighting in the wrong weight class. I don't think he should be a middleweight. I think he should fight a welterweight. That's where he fought. I think he fought that on the Contender Series, if I'm not mistaken. So, and then we've got the co-main event, Arnold Allen. I'm not even going to try and butcher his name.
Yusuf.
Yeah, so I'll let you do it. My problem is
as long as his name's not Nina.
Yeah, my problem with Arnold Allen is, man, he doesn't fight enough. I think he's very, very talented, but damn, does he take? He's like Gregor Gillespie for me. I love Gregor Gillespie. He just doesn't fight enough. He takes so much time off between fights that he's very forgettable. So it's hard for me to, and you don't see the improvement. So you don't, because he's not fighting enough. So I don't know where he's improved. Do I think he can win this fight? Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Me not turning my phone off.
So unprofessional.
I know. But Yusuf has been fighting. I think he fought pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken.
He fought actually about the same time as Arnold Allen fought last. They both last fought in January 2020, within a week of each other. So Sadiq Yusuf fought on the return of Conor McGregor against Cowboy Cerrone, and Arnold Allen fought the very next week on a fight night with Curtis Blades and Rafael dos Santos, and they both won.
Yeah, they're both very talented guys. There's a reason why they only have one loss. For me, I'm going with Yusuf in this fight. I think he gets it done standing.
Yeah, I'm also going with Yusuf. The public seems to really like Arnold Allen, which is another red flag. So it's always, well, not always. It's tends to be a good idea to fade the public, and so I'm going to go ahead and go with Yusuf. He's pretty athletic, and yeah, like you said, I think he gets it done standing, or at the very least, goes to decision and wins.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we've got our main event here. Big Mouth. You think he'll shut up this time?
I don't know. That's honestly the thing I'm most interested to see in this fight. I like watching Vettori fight, but I'm honestly, just most interested in seeing how Holland reacts to that defeat to Derek Brunson, right? Like literally 3 weeks ago. So everybody was really questioning him after that and basically saying he looked like a crazy person out there running his mouth while he's getting his ass beat the entire time, which I thought was pretty funny. I bet on Derek Brunson right before the fight. People were all over Kevin Holland, and I ended up getting Derek Brunson at like +2 something, and that was a gratifying one, even though it was a boring fight.
Yeah, and for me, man, Kevin Holland had his moments in that fight, like when he was standing. I mean, he had
just couldn't
Brunson,
keep it standing.
Yeah, he had Brunson rocked a couple times. It's just when Brunson went to take him down, he just accepted it. Like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna see if I can't do something on the ground here and play your game, and he just accepted it. He accepted the takedowns. It wasn't hard for Brunson to take him down, you know.
And Vettori is better than Brunson on the feet and pretty much just as good on the mat. So absolutely. I don't think this is a super favorable matchup for Kevin Holland right here.
No, absolutely not. The only way I see this Holland winning is by a knockout. He's not winning a decision.
Oh, absolutely.
He's not. There's just no way.
No, there's no way. Even if Vettori just like clinches him up and or takes him down, like I said, he's pretty much every bit the wrestler that Derek Brunson is.
Absolutely, and I think, and which I thought was crazy. I was listening to somebody that they said that Brunson should get the winner of this fight, and I don't agree with that at all. I think Vettori should get a title shot if he wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's not his fault Darren Till broke his collarbone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's showing up. I mean, his last loss is to Izzy by split decision. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that again? Yes, Izzy's gotten better. So is Vettori, though.
And like, who else are you going to put in front of him? Like Darren Till would be the main other guy, and obviously that's out the window for a while.
I mean, and to be honest with you, I mean, I like Robert Whittaker, but I kind of want to see something different.
Right? We've already seen it.
Yeah, I've seen him. It really took Izzy one round to beat Whittaker. That second round was just he was there. He was still fucked up from that first round where he had dropped and almost finished.
Yeah.
So for me, I've got Vettori. I mean, this is probably what we're going to agree on. I just don't see a path for Holland to win. I don't even know what the odds are. I'm sure Holland's a huge underdog in this one.
+290. Vettori is -365.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. The only thing that I would say is when Vettori fought Jack Hermanson, he was like, he would go in and throw a 1-2, and then he would lean back to dodge Hermanson's counter strike. And Hermanson's a pretty rangy guy, and he caught him with a couple of them. And I think Kevin Holland is even, I don't know their reach numbers off the top of my head, but Kevin Holland has one of the longer reaches in the division. So I wouldn't be totally shocked if he caught Vettori on one of those. So like, if you're gonna bet this fight, like, I would say either the way to go is, either Kevin Holland by KO TKO at plus 350, or Vettori by points is plus 175. Because I mean, those money line odds are pretty prohibitive. Although the over 4.5 rounds, I see some value there at plus 130, because Holland's a quick enough guy, and he was able to hold up on the ground to Hermanson. Although if he gets on the ground for too long with Vettori, he's probably going to end up submitted.
I mean, I just don't see any way that Holland wins this fight. I think even if Vettori takes it down, I could see him finishing it down there. I mean, Vettori is just a tough.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a bunch of submission wins.
Yeah, he's just a tough in-your-face dude, and he's not gonna. I don't see Holland knocking him out. I just don't.
Well, he almost submitted Jack Hermanson, who's obviously a far superior grappler to
Kevin Holland. Absolutely.
I think Hermanson. I think I bet Hermanson in that fight. So freaking Vettori.
Yeah, I mean, this is Vettori's fight to lose, and to lose his title shot, essentially, I believe. I think if he wins this fight, I think you see them do that fight. If not, they'll do somebody like Acosta, or just depends on when Izzy's fighting again. I don't know any timetable on him or anything like that.
I mean, I think if he loses, like, what do you think about? Have Darren Till and Whitaker fought before?
Yes, they did. Whitaker won by decision.
I wonder if they'd run that back, or if they just go ahead and give Whitaker the title rematch. Or wait, no, Whitaker's fighting Paulo Costa, isn't he?
No, Whitaker's fighting Gastelum.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. There's actually more options than I thought. Either the winner of that fight, or so if Vettori wins this fight, I think he should be next. But if not, then if Whitaker beats Gastelum, I would say just go ahead and give Whitaker another shot at it. But if Gastelum wins that one, that throws a huge wrench into things.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are scheduled to fight for the title before too, so yeah. Should be a good fight. I mean, I still think you give it to Vettori. I just think you get some new blood in there. Even if he loses? No, if Vettori wins.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he and Whitaker were to both lose, then that would really mix things up and throw a wrench into, who the hell is going to be next? I mean, that could result in Derek Brunson getting a #1 contender fight against one of those against Kelvin Gastelum or something like that.
I think if Gastelum wins, I think you give him the title shot if Vettori loses, because him and Izzy's fight was a classic, man. I don't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, I wonder if you would ever, if Kevin Holland would ever consider, or if he could even make weight at welterweight, because he's like a smaller middleweight. He goes out there with these guys like Derek Brunson and Vettori, and he looks pretty slight compared to them.
Well, that's what they were saying, that he was trying to make a move before he took this fight. I guess he was talking about making a move down to welterweight,
because these guys just get on top of him, and it's he can't get back up.
Yeah, I mean, even Jacare had him down. He just caught him.
Yeah. He got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, that was luck. I mean, I've never seen that ever.
Yeah.
A fucking back fist upwards.
It was pretty sweet, though.
It was. I mean, it was a sweet knockout, but I mean, that was pure shit luck, too, at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it should be a good weekend full of sports, man. I'm pretty excited to spend some time chilling on the couch. You crack open a beer at 11 o'clock and watch this on Saturday, so should be fun. Really looking forward to it. Got a couple of more weeks before we get back into the pay-per-view game at the end of the month here. It's going to be the first card with fans. They're doing it in Jacksonville, I guess.
Florida's. What day is that? Do you know? Is that the 24th? So that's the same week as the draft?
I guess so. Yeah, the NFL draft, yeah.
Nice. So we'll have a lot to talk about that week. I'll be at the beach this weekend, so I can't wait, man. I'm going to a resort. I'm
jealous.
I'm going to have me a couple rum runners.
I bet you are.
With some umbrellas in the drinks. I'm going to sit there at the pool bar, get me a nice little tan, and
A nice little burn is more like it.
Yeah, enjoy the kiddos. Take them to the ocean. So this will be Eden's first trip to the ocean.
I was about to ask. That's very exciting.
Yeah, Beckham will. He'll probably be everywhere because the place we're staying has like 5 pools, and we're right on the ocean, right there in Myrtle Beach. It's like a little resort. It's like a Caribbean resort almost. That's what it looks like. There's about 20 of us going, so my entire family. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, that sounds like a wild time. I will just be here in Oklahoma, nowhere near the beach, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can't wait for pool season, but
yeah, so I might have to do if we do one of our podcasts next week, I might have to do it from the pool.
So you're gonna be there all week?
Yeah, I will be there until Thursday. Saturday to Thursday, baby.
All right. Well, keep an eye out. See if Josh can find time to break away from his wonderful vacation, or maybe we'll do an episode on Friday or something like that. Is there another UFC card next week?
Yeah, it should be. I think it's a who the hell is fighting next week? Oh yeah, Whitaker and Gaslam. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's already happening. Wow. Let's see if we can find a little bit of early odds on that. This is a really weird odds board that I'm looking at right now. I can't find the fight, but
yeah, while you're looking at that, I wanted to see when the draft was. I think it's that same week. Yeah. Oh no, it's the 29th, so the week after.
Oh, okay. So wow, that's pretty late for the draft.
Yeah, normally it's the middle of April, isn't it? Like around the 20th is normally when it is, I believe.
Yeah, like that 25th kind of,
right,
20th, 25th, that kind of range. Yeah. All right. Well, you enjoy the beach. Everybody enjoy the Masters and the fights this weekend, and we will see you all next week. Maybe, hopefully, we'll let you know. Follow us on Twitter at RHLH Podcasts, as well as Instagram, and we will see you next time.